everybody, Leah and Natalie here, and we are the Delusion Detectors. And today, our topic of discussion will be on rumination and how detrimental it can be to your life, to your progress, to moving forward in life, and keeps you spiraling and eventually depletes your energy. So, yeah, we've
So
talked a
true.
lot about
Yeah. It's
rumination,
just,
Natalie. I mean,
yeah.
it's something we all do, right?
Right. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know, but I would think, in talking to other people, they seem to like play this story out and what are they doing and what is she doing and why did they say that and what's going on. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like a natural thing that comes up. Yeah, it's just like a
Yeah.
big energy waster for me anyway.
Yeah. And it seems like when you pour energy to it, trying to always figure something out and think about scenarios and how things could be, we can never actually predict it. So,
No, I mean, are you going to follow people around? People that you might think out on the street that are doing something that you're not like happy with or you don't think is the right way to act? Are you going to follow them
yeah.
home? Are you going to follow them throughout their entire lives to figure out what they're doing and how they're doing it? Probably not. So
Yeah.
at that point, it's kind of like, wow, this is like a really big waste of energy, like a waste of like thoughts. Like, but
Yeah.
you can't unwaste a thought. But I will say, Leah, I remember when this first started happening, it was almost like I was in a cafe and I was looking at a woman and she
Hmm.
was on her phone and her child was sitting right there and she was ignoring the child. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, what the hell is wrong with that lady? And
Sure.
yeah, those thoughts can stay there. What the hell is wrong with that lady? I mean, who the hell knows? Am I going to go ask her? Am I going to see if her child is being taken care of good enough? Am I going to do any of that? No. The answer is no. And
Hmm.
so as this started coming up, I started realizing, damn, I like why do I care so much about like what everyone's doing and how they're doing it and why they're doing it and why they aren't doing it the way I would like them to do it. And that was a big
Mm.
indicator
Yeah.
that,
That's a
this
good point.
self-importance thing that goes on where you're like,
Self-importance.
yeah,
Yeah. It
and you're
boils
just
back
like,
to the self.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do like it this certain way. And I do think that people should be this way. Only if they're in the way I'm thinking of them, but they're not. They're
Right.
actually not because no one is. No one is doing any of those things that I was thinking of. Like, this
Yeah.
woman I'm speaking of in the cafe, maybe she is going through a hard time, maybe a million
Mhm.
things. Like, I won't even go into it.
Right.
A million things could be
Right.
going on. But,
Yeah.
it just seems like once that kind of took hold, like, what
Hmm.
am I
Yeah.
doing? It I mean, it's just strange. Like you can't really pinpoint it, but there has been way less sleepless nights, way less
Mhm.
thinking about what is going on around me that doesn't concern me. And I feel
Yeah.
like that is a huge practical way to live your life,
Hmm.
without really like getting involved in things that don't concern you. Some
Well, and
might say,
it's,
mind your
yeah.
own biz, that you could say
Yeah.
that. You could say it like that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like you said, expends a lot of energy to constantly be thinking, like, why did this person do this? Why did it? Or like, let's say somebody said something to you that you felt was out of character. Then you're like
Right.
ruminating, why did they say this? What was the
Why?
point behind it?
And the whole
And
thing
and
is are you going to figure it out?
no, you can
I mean, you
try.
could ask
Maybe you
them,
can
and that
come
would be the
close.
most obvious thing.
Right. But
But
that's the
someone could
thing. People are
lie.
asking other people. People are assuming, for the most
Yes.
part, that,
Well, I was a
oh,
school teacher. Did you ever hear when teaching the kids how to learn how to spell the word assume? I did work at a Catholic school, but I was allowed to say
yeah.
the word ass in this situation. So when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, like, and you kind of
Yeah.
do because you're just kind of going
Yeah.
into some imagination land of what's happening there without actually like asking. So
Right.
then when you kind of think, well, I'll ask them, that's when the light bulb moment may or may not come off. Like, wait a minute, I'm really going to ask this person I don't know why they're doing something? Probably not. Like, and then it just kind of
Yeah.
falls flat. It's like,
Yeah, it's like, does
well,
it
if
really
I'm not going to do
matter?
anything about it and I'm just going to be
Hmm.
pissed about it, then maybe I should just let it go. Like, what is it? What is going on? What is all that? Like, I'm
Hmm.
seriously questioning what is all that? Like, why are
Hmm.
we involved in like what someone else is doing and why they're doing it? Does it really affect your life? And
But
that's
so
what,
many people have to know. It's
but it
like
doesn't
it
affect
comes
your
to
life in the way that you think it does. Like, if you see someone doing something you
no.
don't like, then that's all it is. You see someone doing something you're not happy with.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't have to
Yes.
be where you get them to do it, though. And I
Let me
think
give you
that's where we're expending a lot of energy.
right. Let me give you another example. Let's
Okay.
say, for instance, road rage.
Yeah.
Somebody cuts you off, and then we quickly assume, oh my God, they're such a
They don't know how to
jackass. I can't believe it.
drive.
They don't know how to drive.
They need to get off their
And
phone.
yeah,
They aren't even on their
it,
phone, but
no,
yeah, all those like,
it
that
always
kind of,
turns back to they're doing this to me.
yeah.
You're always the factor. It's like, oh, this
Oh,
person purposely wants to hurt me. And I
yes.
think
And
that's
is that the
also a
case? They don't
driving
even
force.
know you exist. Like, literally, get a hold of
Right.
yourself. You're
They
not that
don't.
fucking important.
You're
Excuse my language.
not that important.
You're not.
So then we can say, like, it does boil down to a sense of entitlement or self-importance when you're always trying to, point the finger. They did this, they did that.
Right. And you know
Hmm.
what? Here's me, though. I think those kind of people, although they're annoying sometimes, are kind of
Yeah,
cute because they're just like, oh, I don't like this. And they're like still like a little child.
like a
They're
child.
immature. They haven't grown up. They think that
Yeah.
it should go the way they want it to. And I mean, it is kind of
Hmm.
cute, except it's not cute because they're grown ups and they're in adult
Yeah,
bodies.
yeah,
And they don't
yeah,
look sweet and cute with a child, a little tiny body with these giant eyes that is adorable. No, they look
yeah,
they look like they look like a Debbie Downer, like they know what
yeah.
is right. It's the know it all
Hmm.
syndrome.
It's the
Oh, this is
know-it-all.
not good enough. How do you think
Yeah.
you're going to live your life in a happy way if you know everything? I mean, come on. Like, if
Yes.
you know how it should be and you can't control how it should be, then then what?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
When you know how it should be, but it isn't the way you want it to be and the way you know it should
That's
be.
really what it boils down to is
Yeah.
what you want it to be. And then take a
Because
look
there's
at
no
yourself
should
and
it
say,
be this
what
way?
am
It's got
I
to be that
doing
way. It's
to
not.
be? Yes. So you take a look at yourself and say, oh my God, like I'm not that important. I'm not so entitled. People can be the way they are. The variety is the spice of life. Let
Right. How
people live their
wonderful.
life, live and let live. You don't need to control. That's another aspect, control, feeling out of control. You need to know so that you can
Yeah.
control the situation.
I mean,
So that's
don't worry.
another
You're not
aspect.
going to continue. I mean, that anyone knows of. Like, I think it boils down to that like harsh of a reality for people that I have to make myself relevant because I'm not going to be here and I want to make a mark on this earth.
Sure.
Well, honey, you already did to the people that you are privy to, that know you,
Hmm.
that have come in contact with you, that are familiar. And
Hmm.
what legacy you'll leave behind, well, forget it. It's anyone's guess. I mean, if you're open, if you're kind, if you aren't always looking at the way it should be instead of how it actually is, then maybe you'll get along with people a little better. Maybe you won't come up
Yeah.
against so much friction. I don't know. I mean,
Right.
that's just the
Well,
way it worked out here. So,
yeah. And here's the thing, Natalie. A lot of
and
people
it
going
did.
through this don't realize that they are the problem. It is a point to everybody else. They'll take on
Yeah.
the
It's
victim
almost like
role.
yes.
They take on the victim role, and everybody else is the problem. So it's such friction with every interaction of people. And also, this type of person, not all the time, but has a tendency to people please.
Well, of course.
So
I mean, what
they
is
are,
that anyway? What is people pleasing? It's just telling people what they want to hear based on what you think they want to hear.
are
And
doing
maybe you're
actions
right.
that you
Maybe you
think.
got it spot on and you know what they want to hear. Go
Hmm.
ahead. do it. Tell them exactly what they want to hear
Yeah.
and see how it feels to you. It may not feel so great. And that's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. You don't have to force a square peg into a round hole. You could do that and try it and you could whittle it down. I'm sure you could at some point, it would go. But
Yeah.
there's actually like no reason to do that unless
Yeah. And we'll
it's
we'll do an
unless it
episode
comes
on
up
people
that you
pleasing
really
because
want
that's a
this to
whole
be a
nother
thing.
topic.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, that's
That's a
another
whole
whole
nother
topic.
topic. So we'll get into people pleasing because I think that's a really good one that we need to address in depth.
Yeah,
But
and I don't see anything wrong with it either. Like it comes up if you maybe want to stay away from friction, if you want to like keep the peace, and that's
but
all
it's a
fine and well.
manipulation because you are
Yes,
hurting on
thank
the
you. Yeah,
inside.
yeah,
Okay. You
yeah.
are
You're
hurting
trying
on
to
the inside when
coerce
you
and
do that because you're not being authentic and true to yourself. And when
that's
you
true.
lose pieces of yourself through giving it away to others, then you spiral down and it's a slow drip into a death of yourself.
There you go. And
So,
we just talked about it. We don't have to, I'm sure we will talk about it again. But yeah, exactly.
yes.
Like, just
Yeah.
go ahead and give everything away and people please and tell everyone that, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I think that that's where this conversation is coming from, is just speaking to other people, everyday situations in our own lives. We've kind of come to this conclusion that there isn't a conclusion with people. It's just
Right.
that people actually aren't objects. They aren't static to where we can move them and piece them and place
Right.
them where we want and how we want
Beautiful.
them to think, you
Yeah.
know? So they
Yeah.
are free thinking, they are free moving about this world, and that's fine.
Hmm.
Um, and we can just get over ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are kind of a big deal. I mean, it's amazing to be a human. It's
Hmm.
amazing that any of this is going on. But I mean, the fact that it's amazing doesn't mean that you get to you know, wield some power and construct some sort of like reality for other people. You know, that's okay. It's being done for them as well. It's not an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So more acceptance of others also equates to more acceptance of yourself. Because if you're picking apart everything that's happening around you, 9 out of 10 times, you're also doing that to yourself. And
Well,
that's a
yeah.
challenging way to live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if you see someone like constantly picking at someone, that's probably second nature there. And that's
Hmm.
probably something that they're doing to themselves. And then they put it onto someone else.
Yes.
Um, but I'm just here to
So,
say it's not yours to take on because,
yeah.
yeah, I
So
mean,
typically it's an unconscious way of being. And by placing an
as
awareness
in
to the
more
friction
consciously doing it.
and looking at yourself and taking an honest look at, wow, why is everything so miserable in my life? Why am I not getting
Right.
along with anyone? Why am I always angry and showing
Yeah,
up short in relationships?
right.
It's a good
Exactly.
idea to place an awareness towards yourself to see. And this is part of our passion as delusion detectors is to help you look into these aspects of yourself where you're stuck and you're not seeing it. We all have blind sites. Natalie, we talk every day about this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. So it's good to dissect where you're getting stuck because a lot of times you're doing stuff so unconsciously you don't even notice. And then your life is just not fitting the way you feel that it would be more productive to live. So,
Right. Yeah,
right?
and that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Like, isn't that what we're all here for? Is just to like live with less constraints, wouldn't you say? Like, is
Constraints.
that
Yeah.
a good way to say it? Like,
Yeah. More free
yeah, we have to
flowing
co-interact and cohabitate with others, with there's all
and
this
more
stuff around
yourself.
us, people, plants,
Yeah.
animals, rocks, skies, all this stuff. We have to coexist with all of this. But
Yes.
we aren't doing that in the way that we think we are. Like I mean, maybe some people don't even have this idea. Maybe this just like some that are having issues. It just seems like very pervasive though, where people are very, it seems like an all-time high of irritation. Even though I'm not very irritable, I just kind of notice this around me a lot. And
Yeah.
I feel like
And
a lot of people are just looking for a little bit of relief. And I'm here to say,
yeah.
like, the relief is actually
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
It's like right
Yeah.
here. Like,
Also, yeah, go
just,
ahead.
yes, things are going to go the way they go. Just
Hmm.
things will go the way they go. But
Yeah.
releasing yourself from the responsibility of like trying to make others do what you want them to do, you know, trying to make others behave or act in a way that seems like the right way or
Yeah.
like, and I'm just saying that can slowly kind of dissipate if you're training yourself in really thinking logically. What is this doing for me? Judging and looking and wondering. It's just saying, I like this, I don't like that. Like, is it really worth
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Is it really worth it in your life
Right.
to
Mhm.
constantly be on edge, to constantly be angry, to constantly be blaming
Because
everybody
what are you
else,
even
feeling like a
doing?
victim? It's
Yeah.
it's it's not a productive way. It's not who you are. It's not a label of ADHD or a label of whatever they want to put you in the box. It's just simply not taking a look at where you're showing up short in life and
Right.
how you're projecting yourself into this reality. So
Yeah.
it's yeah. But by
I
taking
mean,
a
I
look,
couldn't
it's
agree
actually
more. Like, it's
simple.
just
Natalie,
you're spinning your
it's
wheels
yes, it's actually simple to take a look,
there.
but people fear it so much. It's
Yeah.
it's really easy.
Well,
But I guess
it's only scary if you think that those thoughts actually belong to you and that you're going
there
to
you
have
go.
and you're going to have to like live with those forever. It's
Hmm.
really not like that. Like, thoughts
And then you're
about things
perpetuating
are
it.
like
It's a
so quick.
self-fulfilling.
Yeah.
Yes.
But thoughts are
Mhm.
like this, come and go, come and go. A
Yeah.
million thoughts are going on all the time while we're talking. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just kind of fades
Totally.
into the background. Those
Yeah.
compelling thoughts, like, they aren't doing what I think they should do. Damn. Well, maybe they don't know anything about the way you think they should do it. How about that?
Right.
I
They're not
mean, it's
mind
just a
readers.
very
Nobody
simple,
is.
like, oh shit,
Yeah.
they don't know how they should do it because I think they should do it that way. And it's only me thinking that. So,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of a
Yes.
waste. I'm just saying, when you kind of just breathe for a second, only takes a second or two, you will literally see, damn, I am like making so much. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. I'm
Right.
creating problems for people that they don't even know they're having,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So on that note,
What do
we're
you
going to
do?
conclude this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots more
Thanks,
to come.
guys.
If you have any suggestions, please feel free to reach out and look forward to the next one coming shortly. Have a great day, guys.
Yes, have a
Yeah,
great day. And I just want to add that we have our delusion detectors on TikTok, Facebook. What else, Leah? We have a website,
Instagram, our webpage will be
Instagram.
up shortly. So stay
Yes. So
tuned.
feel free
Yes,
to interject and ask questions. We'd love it.
definitely. We love it. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Catch y'all next time.
Bye.